Welcome to Toon Talk with Anton here at Norton Yachts in Deltaville, Virginia. It is a almost beautiful spring day. The sun is trying to peek through over here. Looks kind of like the moon right now, unfortunately. So anyways, we wanted to talk about these beautiful Bennington pontoons. And I just wanted to show you some of the features on the outside of this boat, and then we'll jump on the inside and we'll look through every feature and compartment. So one of my favorite things is this ladder here is just a really significant ladder. And it's fantastic if you're pulling up to a beach or you have dogs or anything like that. It's a really stable platform for getting on and off the boat. Much more substantial than almost anybody else's ladders out there on the market. So anyways, and it's very easy to use. There's just a couple of little buttons here that go in and out. We have a monster engine on this particular pontoon. It is a 250 Yamaha SHO VMAX. This will push you wherever you want to go, however fast you want to go there. So I think this boat will move along in the high 40s, maybe even the low 50s. I haven't tested it out yet, but I will give it a shot. Some of the nice little features is the stainless steel corner rails, which are great. We've had problems in the past with some of the other brands where the aluminum ones crack and break and discolor. We've also got some lifting cleats in the back, so that when you're not at the dock, you can put these down and you have a nice smooth area to hang around at the back of the boat here. Additionally, there are options for a ski pole, which is rated incredibly highly on the Benningtons as compared to some of the other boats that limit you to about 600 pounds. And they'll often say, don't use a tube, and because tubes put a lot of pressure on the back of the boat. So that's a couple of things here. Moving up to one of my other favorite features about this boat compared to a lot of others is that instead of the fuel fill being at the back of the boat where you have to lean over, this you can pull up to I went to the wrong spot. Here we go. Let's go over here. You can just rock right up to the side of the boat and you have a very convenient fuel fill, just like your car. So love this fuel fill feature that's on the side of the boat here. Really, really enjoy that. Walking forward, again, you've got very substantial cleats up the front, as well as your light fixtures, which are in a steel alloy, very robust. And one of the things to talk about when it comes to Bennington is that Bennington, as much as possible, tries to tie everything from the seats to the deck to the tunes, and they tie it all together, and they use, instead of little screws, they actually through bolt everything together, and you get what's called a unibody functionality. And that unibody allows the boat to be more stiff in the water and not make as much noise. It is a very, very smooth and very, very comfortable ride. And if you want to come back to the back again, I want to show you one more feature about the tunes that is different on the Benningtons than it is on other boats, which is they have a little half round design for the keel on these things, which is what they have found when you're steering the boat. You can see down here, it's a little half round. It's not a knife keel design. And what that allows it to do is slide sideways just enough to make the ride not as jerky as it would be with that hard chine V keel, which is basically like a knife on the bottom of the boat. So they find that a little bit of slide in the turns makes the turn actually more efficient. So stepping up onto the deck of the boat, what we have here is a bunch of optionality on this lounge, chaise lounge back here. These guys pop up, and you can be facing forward with a backrest. You also have a tremendous amount of storage underneath this section here. Whoop, a little dirty. We're working on cleaning that out right now. And this one as well goes up. So you have storage all under here. So you have the ability to have this be a lounger completely that you can lay on. You also have the ability to have it aft facing like this. And you also have the ability to make it forward facing into a seat. That's when you have access to this additional huge chunk of storage up here. And then walking up to the helm station, you've got a very comfortable captain's chair with all of your lights and nav gear. This particular boat has a kicker stereo system, as well as a 7-inch Garmin touchscreen multifunction display, which is awesome, and all of your controls right here. And this is nice and high up, so you have good visibility around the boat. All of these seats are Simtex, which is a unbelievably robust fabric that lasts basically forever, as long as you're nice to it and keep the boat covered. Additionally, there's some nice little features on these boats where there's a little roto-molded piece here that will automatically drop the gate right into position. It's absolutely fantastic. This Bimini up here covers the entire back half of the boat and up to here. So additional storage underneath the helm station, where we have a few little bits and pieces. I think there's a plastic windshield that goes up here. So you have storage there. You have more storage. This one actually has the trash can option. So you can place your trash can right in this space right here, as well as a little bit of storage for additional lines and whatnot. And as you can see, there are cup holders everywhere on this boat, which is absolutely required for pontoons. Then all of these open up here and here, storage for life jackets, for tow ropes, anchors, whatever you need on the boat. This is a giant one over here. As a matter of fact, right now is the playpen cover on this. So that is currently in here, but is generally speaking on the boat. We just uncovered it this morning. So you've got a really robust boat and beautiful colors, great performance with a I don't want to say oversized engine. I think it's right size for this boat. You can cruise at 30 miles an hour, and you can really hit the gas if you need to get away from a thunderstorm or some such thing like that. So give us a call at Norton Yachts if you'd like to discuss Bennington. Currently, we have some great deals on these boats, and I think we only have 3 of these left. Our number is 804-776-9211. Feel free to call Anton Weber.